Hey everybody, and welcome to our video demonstration on the analysis titled, What is Happening to the Eggs? In this analysis, we will find out the real story behind the recent climb in egg prices over the past few years. Our project utilizes D3 and Scroll-Llama JavaScript libraries for data visualization and storytelling. Our first chart we're going to be going over is the vertical timeline chart, showcasing how many eggs can be bought with $100 per year based on average price for the given year. The units are in dozens of eggs. A clear drop in the amount of eggs that can be bought with $100 is seen in the year 2022, which is also the same year the first major avian flu outbreak took place in the US. Next, we have an interactive timeline that shows the price of eggs over a 10-year span. Hovering over parts of the timeline reveals more information on the pricing for a given period. The red lollipops provide coverage of major events related to the development of the avian flu. The next time series analysis is constructed by combining a bar chart representing the price per dozen eggs per month over the years 2022 to 2023 and a line chart showing avian flu cases recorded each month. You can clearly see a relationship between avian flu cases and the market price adjustment for this in the months following. Our next chart is a force-directed diagram that illustrates the relationship between avian flu outbreaks in the wild bird populations and outbreaks on egg-producing farms. Here we'll select a state for an example. The connections between farm and wild bird nodes were linked based on two conditions. Wild outbreaks had to have taken place in the same or adjacent counties, and also they had to be formed within at least 2 months of each other. Clusters are formed based on areas with large concentrations of wild bird flu outbreaks in any affected farms within the same region. As we can see for California, this cluster represents a certain area in California, while this other cluster represents another area. Both are in the central region, Sonoma and Merced. We found that there is a clear relationship between the wild bird outbreaks that took place and the farms that experience outbreaks under a given conditions. This entails that there is some form of interaction between the wild populations and farm hens during a given time period. Our next chart is a choropleth map with an animated timeline that shows the number of egg-laying hens in each state over each year for a 10-year frame. We can clearly see a significant decrease in hen layers during the years 2019 to 2022. Over 20 million hens were euthanized during this period. Hovering over each state gives us exact numbers for the hen population. Our next and final graph is a custom radial chart that showcases the distribution of eggs in the US. Each year is represented by an arc segment. The yolk, gold, represents the price of the egg in the given year, and the white represents the number of eggs in thousands distributed to each consumption category. Hovering over each arc segment reveals more details on the exact numbers for price and eggs distributed. One of the most obvious findings is when viewing the export consumption category and looking specifically at the number of eggs exported in the year 2022. This number is less than half of what it was in the previous year. Exploring the chart can reveal further insights as well. That is the end of our presentation. Thank you, and I hope you have an excellent day.